Once upon a time, in a quiet town surrounded by open fields and dusty roads, there lived a man named Harold Miller. He owned a small stationery shop near the town square. People came there to buy pens, notebooks, newspapers, and sometimes just to talk. Harold was a calm and disciplined man. Every morning he woke up early, cleaned his shop, arranged his goods carefully, and opened the door with a peaceful mind. He believed that life became meaningful only when time was used properly. Harold had only one son, Evan Miller. Evan was 17 years old, healthy and intelligent, but very careless about life. He did not like work, study, or responsibility. He slept late, woke up late, and spent most of his day wandering around the town with friends. While other boys learned skills or helped their families, Evan laughed, joked, and wasted time. Whenever his father advised him, Evan smiled and said, "Life is very long, father. I have plenty of time." These words worried Harold deeply. Evan's mother had died many years ago, and Evan was all Harold had. He feared that if his son continued living this way, he would grow old with regret and nothing to show for his life. Harold tried talking gently, scolding strictly, and even remaining silent, but nothing changed Evan. Finally, Harold decided to teach his son a lesson, not through anger, but through experience. One morning, Harold called Evan into his room. "Son," he said calmly, "please bring me the wooden box from the top shelf." Evan was surprised because his father rarely asked for help. He climbed onto a chair and brought down a small old wooden box with scratches on it. Harold opened the box slowly and took out an old clock wrapped in cloth. The clock was not shiny or new. Its glass was slightly cracked, but it ticked steadily. "This clock belonged to my father, and before him, to his father," Harold said. "Take this clock to the town and ask people how much they think it is worth." Evan did not understand why his father wanted this, but he obeyed. He went to the town and showed the clock to different people. A jeweler glanced at it and said, "It is old. I can give you 50 coins. A collector examined it carefully and said, "It is antique, maybe 200 coins. A trader said 100. A shopkeeper laughed and called it junk. Everyone gave a different price. Some people did not care at all. By evening, Evan returned home and said, "Father," everyone gave a different value. Some said 50, some said 200, and some laughed. Harold smiled and placed the clock back into the box. "That is fine," he said. The next day, Harold again called Evan. "Bring the clock," he said. Evan brought it. Harold then said, "Go back to the town, but this time do not ask the price of the clock. Ask people what the time inside this clock is worth." Evan looked confused. "That makes no sense," he said. "Do it anyway," Harold replied gently. Evan returned to town and asked people the strange question. Some laughed loudly, some mocked him, some called him foolish. Evan felt embarrassed and hurt. He wondered why his father had sent him there. Just as he was about to return home, he noticed a small repair shop at the edge of town. Inside, an elderly woman was repairing watches and clocks. Her hair was white and her hands were steady. Evan entered and asked politely, "I have a strange question. How much is the time inside this clock worth?" The woman stopped working and looked at Evan kindly. "Time has no price," she said. "You can buy clocks, but you cannot buy time. You can earn money again, but you cannot bring back yesterday. Time treats everyone equally. Rich or poor, young or old. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. The difference is how they use it." Her words touched Evan deeply. For the first time, he saw his life clearly. Days wasted, hours lost, moments gone forever. He thanked the woman and walked home slowly. At home, Evan told his father everything that had happened. Harold listened quietly and then placed his hand on Evan's shoulder. "Now you understand," he said. "Yes, father," Evan replied softly. "I thought life was long, but time is very short." From the next day, Evan changed. He woke up early, helped in the shop, learned new skills, read books, and worked honestly. Days no longer passed without meaning. Years later, Evan became a responsible and respected man. One day, he placed a new clock beside the old one in the wooden box and smiled. Time is free for everyone, but it is priceless. You cannot buy it, you cannot store it, and once it is gone, it never comes back. So use your time wisely before it uses you.